Learner Center Management Agreement.
Mr. Bierke?
Yes, I got a couple of comments here. I'm sure it shocks you that I'm going to comment on the Alaris. Under Article 3 of the Management Agreement, I read through that multiple times, and as I look through that, what I see is a bunch of duties to be performed at the building, and from the way I read it, those duties are performed by the people that are paid from that building. And by that I mean the revenue generated in that building, whether it be the quarter-cent sales tax or the actual revenue they have. When I look through those listed duties, I don't see anything that's being done there in those duties that's coming from some other city, in other words, the corporate headquarters. What I see is a list of duties that are done locally and paid locally. And so then I go to number 5.1, the management fee, for $175,000. And so I'm trying to, I've asked before, I'm trying to understand what I'm getting for $175,000. So then I go to the recitals, which is on page 1. It says, whereas manager is in the business of managing and marketing sports, entertainment, convention facilities, such as the center, and possesses the knowledge and expertise to manage and market the center. And it goes on. But that kind of explains, to me then, what I'm getting for $175,000 is their expertise. And I'm talking about the corporate headquarters, what I'm paying the $175,000 for. So then I evaluate the performance, because I'm one of those weird guys that believes in pay for performance. So I go back and look over the last couple of years, last 3 years, 4 years, and I look at the number of events, the quality of the events, and the profitability of the events. And I'm talking about the events they bring in. So then now I'm really wondering why I'm spending $175,000 a year. Because I don't see the pay for performance. And I think that if we're going to take out their skin in the game, and by that I mean no matter what happens at that building, they're getting their $175,000. They could lose $6 million a year; it doesn't matter. They're still going to get their $175,000. You know, people are incentivized by money, and if there's no punishment per se, if the performance isn't there, if they're guaranteed that no matter what, I mean, well, I'm going to assume they're going to work their hardest, but there is no punishment if things go bad. And that's the decision made, but I just want to bring that up. And then I have a couple questions under Article 6.1, payments to manager. When I look at that paragraph, my question is, are we, I don't know who wants to answer this, I don't know if this is a Mr. Swanson question or whomever, whichever Mr. Swanson question, since there's two.
Would you answer to what he answered?
Is that talking about just the normal monthly bills that come in? Is that what we're talking about? Because I am not clear if that is some way related to the management.
State that again, please.
Under Article 6.1, it says payments to manager. It talks about submitting an invoice monthly to the Commission for reimbursement of expenses necessarily incurred in the management and operation of the center. Are we just talking about the normal monthly bills that come in? Is that what we're referring to there? Because it talks about if we don't pay them on time, we have to pay back interest. I thought they were paying their own bills out of their own account. So I'm a little confused as to exactly what that paragraph is talking about.
Mr. Howard Swanson.
Mayor Brown, members of council, Mr. Bierke, those are bills that are paid by Venuworks and are reimbursed by the city. Those are not bills that are paid directly by the city.
Okay, so if the Venuworks would pay that, then the city would reimburse for that. What type of bills? I mean, since they pay everything except for capital, are we referring to our capital expenditures there then?
I'm not going to be in a position to tell you or give you examples of payments.
How about?
But if the payments are made by the city, it is not covered by this. This paragraph only relates to those payments that are made to manager, including management fees or reimbursable expenses, are to be billed on a monthly basis.
And then Saroj?
That's right. The management fee and any other reimbursable expenses which Venuworks pays, and they will be reimbursed from the Alaris Center account on a timely basis. Those are the monthly invoices. So if you don't pay on time, you will be paying 6% interest rate charges on that. So late payment.
Well, my question was, other than this, from Mr. Chair, other than the capital projects, what are we paying, how are we paying bills for Alaris? I thought they paid their own bills.
I'm not saying that capital project is the city account, but this they are referring to is the Alaris Center account at the Alaris Center.
Okay, so this
Not
is
the
the account that they manage.
Right. The management fee...
So if the commission fails to pay the bills on time, then Venuworks has recourse. Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Okay. Well, I thought the Venuworks and commission were in the same bill. I guess I'm kind of confused here.
Mainly it is the Venuworks reimbursable expenses as well as the management fee for the Venuworks, which
Okay.
comes from Alaris Center account.
Okay, so
But-
mainly has to do with now, when we
Any
pay,
reimbursable expenses,
that'd be any bill then.
plus management fee.
That's what I'm trying, what are you talking about, reimbursable expenses?
Do you have any? I'm not sure, maybe some travel expenses, some out-of-pocket expenses, or...
For their
I have-
management, from
For the Venuworks,
management.
right.
So they get their management fee and they also get their expenses?
Some other out-of-pocket expenses if they do on behalf of the commission.
Okay. Okay, so then, in English, then it's going to be more than 175. So that's what I thought. I want to make sure I understood it. So we're paying the 175 plus their expenses if they happen to, say, fly up there or whatever. I just want to get that out. And then I have one more at 7.2. It talks about the 54 monthly installments, and I rounded it off to $32.50 a month for 54 months. It says here that it's paid to the commission. So I don't want to assume, so whoever wants to answer this, then does that mean that money every month goes back to the Alaris Center? It's put in as income for the building under income, and they can spend it as they see fit on a monthly basis?
Sarosh?
Right now, what I have done is for the first $95,000, which we received, I put it in Economic Development Fund
Right.
back, because that's where...
I remember that vote, but this is...
And this one will be the same way. The check will come directly to the city, and I will put it in Economic Development Fund, and it
Okay,
will be reserved in a separate account in case Alaris Center needs cash, for cash flow purposes, we can give it to them.
So then technically then, when it says manager shall pay to commission, shouldn't that say manager shall pay to city? Because the Alaris commission is not the city.
Mr. Swanson?
Mayor Brown, members of council, Mr. Bierke, you have to put in context the contract. The contract is between the commission and Venuworks. It is not between the city of Grand Forks or the city council. The commission is part of the city. It may be context, it may be terminology, but there is no distinction as far as this agreement is concerned between the commission and the city.
Okay, so then does the Alaris commission know then, and there's no room for confusion, then that $32.50 roughly monthly is going to end up back to the city? Do they know that?
That's an accounting decision.
Well, that's why I'm looking at the mayor, because
That's what I have-
down the road, I don't want to have this, because what we're saying is tonight, it's the commission's going to give the money, they're going to get it, and then it's going to be transferred over to the city. So is that our policy, and do we need to vote on that, or is that a decision that if we make tonight, then it's done?
Okay, Mr. Christensen?
I'm going to try to answer that. First of all, the commission doesn't have a checkbook.
That's correct.
The city of Grand Forks has a checkbook, and it's administered by Schroes. So when the money comes, I don't know if it's going to be payable to the Alaris Commission or if it's going to be paid to the city of Grand Forks.
To pay to the city.
It's going to be payable to the city of Grand Forks. When we spoke about this, I think at our committee meeting, we made it very clear, did we not, Mr. Swanson, that money goes into the account, and just as she said, it's in reserve. It's not part of the Alaris Commission's operating income.
That is correct.
That's correct, and I think it's in the resolution that was adopted by you all at your meeting on Wednesday, or will be.
Yes.
Right.
We pay Venuworks. Venuworks pays
Exactly.
the remaining
So-
part to the city directly.
I believe I can uncategorically
Okay.
state that the money is being paid to the city of Grand Forks, the $95,000 and these payments of $32.43.31 are being paid to the city of Grand Forks, and they're being held in suspense in 2163, which is where the money is our economic development fund. And we will, in the event it's needed, then it'll come back, and she'll also give us her recommendations as to how we cover any deficits in operations. Would you agree with that, Kurt? You're the council representative?
Mr. Cruin?
That's correct,
Yeah.
but that's what we understood, that it will go into that account. Rose explained that at the last meeting. I don't, if the minute should reflect that, it shouldn't be a question.
Thank you.
So I think you can take it to the bank, Mr. Gerke.
Okay, just want to make sure my questions were clear and everybody's on the same page.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any further comments on 4.3? Mr. Cruin, motion. We have a second. Mr. Christian, seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Mr. Birke, dissent.